Welcome to the module on important reports and declarations related to life skills education. Life skills education has started from the very beginning of the existence of human beings as a social race. In those days, the survival skills and social cohesion skills are considered as the essential life skills and were taught informally to the young generation. From time to time, the nature of skills changed according to the changing social demands. Even though life skills education has practiced informally in the past, the deliberate attempts to understand the basic life skills needed for leading a successful personal and social life and the importance of life skills based education for equipping the young generation has started recently. Various international and other agencies made tremendous exploration in this area, and the reports and declarations of such agencies gave direction regarding the implementation of life skills education. Different domains of life skills such as health, mental well-being and emotion management and child development are mentioned by these reports. The Ottawa Charter of 1986, Convention on the Right of the Child, the World Declaration on Education in 1990, Dulles Commission Report in 1996 and Dakar World Education Conference reports in 2000 are some of the major initiatives in life skills education. Life skills based education is recognized as a methodology to address a variety of issues of child and youth development and thematic responses, including as expressed in United Nations General Assembly Special Session UNGASS on HIV AIDS in 2001, United Nations General Assembly Special Session on Children 2002, World Youth Report 2003, World Programme of Human Rights Education 2004, UN Decade on Education for Sustainable Development 2005, UN Secretary General Study on Violence Against Children 2006 and the World Development Report 2007. Some of the important reports are summarized in the coming session. Let us see Ottawa Charter 1986. The first international conference on health promotion was held in Ottawa, Canada on November 1986. The Ottawa Charter for Health Promotion recognized life skills in terms of making better health choices. The primary responsibility of the conference was to analyze the innovative health movement around the world. The aim of the conference was to continue to identify action to achieve the objectives of World Health Organization. The reports of the conference states that to reach a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, an individual or group must be able to identify and to realize aspirations, to satisfy needs and to change or cope with the environment. Health is therefore seen as a resource for everyday life, not the objective of living. It further reports that health promotion supports personal and social development through providing information, education for health and enhancing life skills. By doing so, it increases the options available to people to exercise more control over their own health and over the environments and to make choices conducive to health. The health promotion emblem used by WHO since Ottawa Conference is shown below. The reports has strongly advocated the significance of life skills education for better health practices and for the all-round well-being of the individual. Coming to the Convention on the Right of the Child, CRC. The 1989 Convention on the Rights of the Child linked life skills to education by stating that education should be directed towards the development of the child's fullest potential. Article 29 first of Convention on the Rights of the Child insists upon a holistic approach to education which ensures that the educational opportunities made available reflect an appropriate balance between promoting the physical, mental, spiritual and emotional aspects of education, the intellectual, social and practical dimensions and the childhood and lifelong aspects. The overall objective of education is to maximize the child's ability and opportunity to participate fully and responsibly in a free society. It should be emphasized that the type of teaching that is focused primarily on the accumulation of knowledge, prompting competition and leading to an excessive burden of work on children may seriously hamper the harmonious development of the child to the fullest potential of his or her abilities and talents. Education should be child friendly, inspiring and motivating the individual child. Schools should foster a humane atmosphere and allow children to develop according to their evolving capacities. Thus, the Convention on the Rights of the Child recommended that opportunity to get education for all-round development based on life skills enhancement is the right of every child and the state has to undertake necessary action for this. The Jomtien Declaration on Education for All 1990. The World Declaration on Education for All and its companion framework for action to meet basic learning needs adopted by the World Conference on Education for All at Jomtien, Thailand 1990 have proved useful guides for governments, international organizations, educators and development professionals in designing and carrying out policies and strategies to improve basic educational services. Article 1st of the Declaration states that every person, child, youth and adult shall be able to benefit from educational opportunities designed to meet their basic learning needs. These needs comprise both essential learning tools such as literacy, oral expression, numeracy and problem solving and the basic learning content such as knowledge, skills, values and attitudes required by human beings to be able to survive, to develop their full capacities, to live and work in dignity, to participate fully in development, to improve the quality of their lives, to make informed decisions and to continue learning. The scope of basic learning needs and how they should be met varies with individual countries and cultures and inevitably changes with the passage of time. Article 1st itself recommends for an education that preparing the learners to survive and to lead a quality life. World Conference on Education for All took this vision further and included life skills among essential tools for survival, capacity development, and quality of life. Coming to the next very important report, that is Deleuze Commission Report 1996. The General Conference of UNESCO convened an international commission in 1991 chaired by Jacques Delors to reflect on education and learning for the 21st century. The Deleuze Commission Report 1996 has proposed an integrated vision of education based on two main concepts. First concept, learning throughout life, and the four pillars of learning, that is learning to know, learning to do, learning to be, and learning to live together. The Deleuze Commission reports that education has an unavoidable role to play in personal and social developments of the individual. It claimed that choices about education were determined by choices about what kind of society we wished to live in. Along with the short-term objectives of education, the whole personality development of the learner also to be considered. The report was aligned near to the moral and intellectual principles as supported by UNESCO, and hence its observation and recommendations were more humanistic and than other education reform studies of the time. The report states that education is the heart of both personal and community development. Its mission is to enable each of us without exception to develop all our talents to the full and to realize our creative potential, including responsibility for our own lives and achievement of personal aim. The Commission recommended that education throughout the life is based on four pillars: learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, and learning to be, as represented in the diagram. Learning to know implies learning how to learn by developing individuals' ability to think, which include the knowledge and the skill development essential to function in the world. Learning to do describe putting the learned knowledge into practice through the development of life skills, attitudes, aptitudes, and personal qualities often linked to occupational success. Learning to live together involves the development of social values and skills such as interpersonal skills and tolerance. Learning to be stresses the holistic development of the individual and to be able to act with growing autonomy, judgment, and personal responsibility. Thus, Deleuze Commission report strongly recommended for a life skill based education for equipping the young generation with 21st century skills and to lead a quality life. Hamburg Declaration 1997. The 5th International Conference on Adult Education at Hamburg in 1997 adopted the Hamburg Declaration on Adult Learning. The declaration reaffirmed that only human-centered development and a participatory society based on the full respect of human rights will lead to sustainable and equitable development. The informed and effective participation of men and women in every spheres of life is needed if humanity is to survive and to meet the challenges of the future. Adult education denotes the entire body of ongoing learning process, formal or otherwise, whereby people regarded as adults by the society to which they belong, develop their abilities, enrich their knowledge and improve their technical or professional qualifications, or turn them in a new direction to meet their own needs and those of their society. New demands from society and working life raise expectations requiring each and every individual to continue renewing knowledge and skills throughout the whole of his or her life. At the heart of this transformation is a new role for the state and the emergence of expanded partnership devoted to adult learning within civil society. Thus, the Hamburg Declaration on Adult Learning suggested lifelong learning for individuals, especially adults, and the importance of various life skills based programs for improving the personal as well as social skills and to draw out their fullest potential. Now, let us move to a very important report, the World Youth Report 2003. United Nations World Youth Report provides an overview of the global situation of young people. Its purpose is to highlight the major challenges and opportunities that the youth are presented with today and to review key global youth issues. In the report, 10 priority areas for the youth are analyzed critically and formulated a program of action for the year 2000 and beyond. The priority areas include youth and education, employment, poverty, health issues, environment, drugs, juvenile delinquency, expanding opportunities of young people and communities, girls and young women, and participation in decision making. To address these issues, it has suggested that there should be a real life related education and related programs for young people. The report opined that the young people can be dynamic agents of social change, taking an active role in combating these problems, but they must be given the right tools to work with. In the report, it is stated that promoting the acquisition of life skills by young people is of particular interest, and the report continues, resources and energies might be better spent on the development of life skills, a mixture of cognitive, social, personal and practical knowledge and competencies that help people plan and manage their lives across the full range of decision making options, that is, in a life wide sense. The World Youth Report is a comprehensive report which mentioned every problem of the youth of the 21st century and program of action for the remedial measures. While discussing the solutions of the problems faced by the youth, it is recommended that life skills based education and other programs with the help of governmental and other agencies can play an inevitable role for making the young generation adapted to the global environment. Then moving to the World Development Report 2007. The World Development Report 2007, Development and the Next Generation, done by International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, is one of the most elaborate and a wide-reaching report which has consulted over 3,000 young people participated in focus group discussion in 26 developing countries. This report examines 5 pivotal phases of life that can help unleash the development of young people's potential with the right government policies. Learning, working, staying healthy, forming families, and exercising citizenship. The report has observed that enhancing a young person's sense of the future is one of the prime objectives of health interventions that focus on life skills. These include the ability to think critically, to be assertive, and to understand the influence of community, family, and gender in decision making. The report also emphasized the importance in investing on young generation for the skill enhancement to get better result in future. Now let me summarize what we have discussed so far. There are many more reports of different international agencies which mentioning about the importance of life skills education, but only the significant reports included in this module. While analyzing the reports and declarations of prime international agencies, it is clear that life skill development is an unavoidable area of global citizenship. The reports for the children, youth, and adults were suggesting life skills based education as a solution for the issues faced by the individual. This indicates that life skills based education is meant for all, irrespective of age, gender, and occupation. To survive and excel in the contemporary world, the essential life skills should be developed and sustained. This can be achieved through life skills education, through formal education, as well as other programs for individual not included in the school community. If proper training and awareness is given in the early years itself, we can easily develop every essential life skills. The life skills developing programs will contribute to the personal development of the individual, such as decision making, emotion management, self-esteem, problem solving, and social skills like interpersonal relations, tolerance, and communication skills, and conflict management, which altogether make the world a better place to live. The studies and reports made by different agencies in the area of life skills education are really worth and helped in the popularization of the concept. Proper implementation of life skills based education on these reports and recommendation will definitely lead to a life based education system in a meaningful manner. Thank you for watching this program. Thank you very much.